Let us see what is a priority queue. Now, if you see the basic operations of the queue, we have seen three different types of queues so far. One is normal queue or linear queue, another is circular queue. Then we have seen the third type as DQ. In all the queues, you can insert. Yes, anybody want to tell anything? Okay, in all the queues, we can insert elements not based upon any priority. Okay, we'll be just inserting when they receive them. But in case of priority queue, it is similar to the queue we maintain in some temples. When you go to temples, there will be two different queues. One queue will have paid, if you pay 100 rupees or 200 rupees, you will go into a higher priority queue where your waiting time will be less. Whereas if you pay only 10 rupees, that is a normal fee, you will be put in a lower priority queue where the waiting time is more. Okay, so wherever we go, now we have priority in all the places. So in system also, we need to implement a priority queue because when we do more than one task, sometimes we may want to give more importance to some task. In that case, you have to go for priority queue only. So priority queue is nothing but it is a special type of queue and it has certain properties. Every element in the queue will have a priority associated with it, and an element with the highest priority is dequeued or removed from the queue before an element with the lower priority. Okay, so while you are removing the element, you have to see the priority, then you have to remove them according to the priority only. Don't remove as you like or as it is available in the front end or at the rear end. Remove according to the priority of the elements. Suppose if I have two elements with the same priority, which one I have to remove? In that case, you have to follow in which order they have been inserted into the queue. Okay, when there is two or more elements with the same priority, you have a tie. In that case, go for the time at which they have been inserted into the queue. For example, see this generally. In case of the priority queue implementation, sometimes they will have separate field for indicating the priority, and sometimes the value of the element itself will be considered as priority. Okay, there are two different ways of implementing priority queue, but we are not going to focus on the implementation. Now, let us see where we are going to use this priority queue. They are mainly used in case of job scheduling algorithms in operating system. When you have a one CPU in your computer, but you have more than one task. So which task you are going to assign to the computer? For that only, we are going to have a scheduling algorithms. There are different types of scheduling algorithms. One of the scheduling algorithm is based upon the priority of the elements. So whichever job is having highest priority, that will be given to the CPU first, so that it will get the processor, it will finish its execution. Okay, so this is one application of priority queue. There are so many, but I am listing the most importantly used application in our field. Okay, now we will see the types of the priority queues. In priority queues, you have two different types of priority queues. One is known as ascending priority queue and the another is known as a descending priority queue. So on what basis they are giving this term is based upon which is given higher priority. Okay, in case of priority queue, I have to remove the element with the higher priority only, but which is given highest priority. For example, if you consider the ascending priority queue, if you have a lower number, that is given higher priority, because ascending means you have to go from lower number to higher number. Okay, so lower number is considered as highest priority. And in case of descending priority queue, descending means highest to lowest. So higher number will be given highest priority. Okay, so this is how you classify the priority. Generally, we go for descending priority queue. That means that whenever number is higher, that will be taken as highest priority. But in your marking, if you consider your mark, whoever is having a highest CGPA, that student is giving rank 1. Okay, rank is 1, but we say priority is highest priority. Okay, the implementation can be up to you. Nobody will say you have to go for this priority only. It is up to you. You can follow either ascending priority queue or descending priority queue. Now, in priority queue, what are the primitive operations we can perform? Similar to normal queue, you can perform NQ, DQ, and then display operations. Three different operations you can perform. NQ means generally you are going to add an element into the queue. Okay. In case of priority queue, you can see this NQ function in two different ways. In one way, this is a general way you have to follow. In one way, you have to write item comma priority. What is the meaning of this is, this function is going to add an item with an item into the queue, and the priority of that item is nothing but it is indicated by the second argument priority. Item is the value you are going to insert, and priority is going to tell you what is the priority of that particular value. Sometimes, if I assume that the value of the item itself is a priority, I'll be giving NQ of item only. But generally, we don't follow that for our implementation. Okay, but many of the programmers follow that also. Okay, but whenever they ask you priority queue, you go for this particular approach. Right? For simplicity, if you want to have simplicity, you can go for only one argument passing to the function. Now, second function is DQ. DQ is going to remove the elements with the highest priority from the queue. After removing that element, the next highest priority element will be taken for removal next. And we have two more functions, get highest priority, delete highest priority. This get highest priority function will return the item whose priority is highest. It will not return the priority of the item. Instead, it will return the item itself. And delete highest priority will remove the item with highest priority from the queue. Okay, actually it is same as a DQ only. Okay, it is nothing but it is DQ, right? Now you can even display the queue. In case of display, whatever element is currently available in the queue, that will be displayed. Right. Now, how we can implement this priority queue? I told you before there are two types of priority queues, ascending priority queue and descending priority queue. Ascending priority queue means the whichever number is having lowest priority, lowest number value, that will be considered as highest priority. Okay. So now let us consider how to implement this priority queue. Generally, if you want to implement normal queue, you have two different methods. One is array-based implementation and the other is linked list-based implementation. So far, we are focusing only on the array-based implementation in all the things, whether it is stack or queue. Here, to implement the priority queue, you have three different methods. First method is array-based implementation. Second method is linked list-based implementation. In addition, you have one more method that is a most efficient method that is known as heap-based implementation. This you will study in detail in advanced data structure. Okay, so we have three different ways of implementing priority queue: array-based implementation, linked list-based implementation, and then heap-based implementation. And in array-based implementation, we have again two subtypes. They are, you can implement by means of sorted array, that is known as ordered array, or otherwise you can implement by means of unordered array, that is unsorted array. Now let us see what is the difference between these two. Then we will see one diagram to understand them. In case of ordered array, whenever you want to insert or enqueue an element, while you are inserting, you will insert according to the order. That is, while you are inserting, you will insert whether you want in the ascending order or descending order. Accordingly, you will insert the element. Okay, insertion will take more time because while you are inserting, you are checking the order and you are inserting at the right place. Okay, so we will say that time complexity of that method is order of n. N represents the number of elements which are present in the queue. Okay, whereas if you want to delete an element, while you are inserting, you are maintaining the priority. So if I want to delete whichever is available at the front end, that will be with highest priority. So immediately I will delete it. I will not search the entire array. Okay. So deletion does not require any checking. So we will say it is having time complexity as order of 1. 1 stands for you want to delete, go to the front end, remove the element. Only one number you are checking and then you are performing your operation. So the time complexity is order of 1. Now, in case of unordered array, when you implement using unordered array, while you are inserting the element, you will not check any order. You will be simply inserting at the rear end. Okay, generally we insert at the rear end only. So you will be simply inserting at the rear end. You will never check any priority. Okay, so insertion is very easy. It takes order of 1 time complexity only. Whereas if you want to delete an element, they are not sorted in the order. but I want to remove the element. Which element I can remove? Only the element with highest priority. But I don't know where is the element with highest priority present in the array. So I have to search the entire array. That is, I have to search all the n elements. Then I have to find where the element with highest priority is present. Then only I can delete it. So in case of unordered array, insertion takes only order of 1 time complexity, whereas deletion takes order of n time complexity. Just the reverse of each other. Okay. Now, we are going to see one example to understand this array-based implementation. So let us see using ordered array first. First, I want to perform the operation NQ of 10, 1. If you see here in NQ, I am passing two arguments now. The first argument is the item to be inserted, and the second argument is the priority of this item. Okay, so the priority, second argument is the priority. Now I want to insert the first element 10, 1. Initially my queue is empty. So what I will do is, now I will maintain two arrays, one array for storing the element, another array for storing the priority of the element. You can implement even with the help of array of structure also. It is up to you, right? So now in the first array, I am adding the number 10. In the second array, I am adding the priority of the number, that is 1. Remember, while you are adding like this, both should be added at the same index. If you are adding 10 at the index 0 in one array, in the another array at the same index 0, you have to add the priority of 10, that is 1. Now, next, I want to perform another NQ 20, 5. Now, what I told you about this method, it is ordered. Ordered means while you are inserting, you should be very careful. Whichever is having highest priority, that should be available at the front end. Okay. So now I am assuming that this is my front end. The left hand end is my front end. So now, since here priority is 5, in the queue, I have the first priority as 1. That means my 5 is now having the highest priority than 1. So I have to insert this before 1. Okay, so now I have to move this 10 to the next location and move this priority also to the next location. And after that, I'll be inserting 20 in the item queue, that is item array, and 5 in the priority array. Okay, so here I cannot insert as such. I have to check the priority. According to the priority only, I have to insert the element. Now, the next time I am getting 30, 2. If you see, previously we have priority 5 and 1. Now I am getting the new element with the priority 2. Okay, now I have to insert them according to the priority only. Highest number, priority number should come in the front of the queue. Okay, so now 5 should be at the front. This 2 is less than 5, so I have to insert 2 after 5. Okay, but it should be inserted before 1 because 2 is greater than 1. Okay, now see this priority and insert them accordingly so that you will maintain a sorted list of priorities. While you are doing this, you have to first move this 1 as well as this 10 to the next index. Then only you will get this memory as free. Then in that memory, you will be adding 30 in the item queue and then 2 in the priority queue. What I'm doing is, first I'm checking the priority. Priority here is 2. So 2 should be inserted only after 5. Then I'm checking the next number's priority. It is 2. Since it is already present in the queue, okay, that should be served first. Okay, you are having two elements with the same priority. So the new element should be inserted only after the existing element. Because both priority are same, that number is waiting for a long time in the queue. So that should be served first. So this is called as time. When you have two elements with the same priority, while you are inserting the elements, you please check in which order you put the elements in the queue. Already 30 was present in the queue. Don't see the value of 30. It can be anything. Okay. It may be even 70 also. Don't see the value. See the priority. Here priority is same for both the cases. But 30 was before present in the queue. Therefore, it should be deleted from the queue before the current element. So put this 40 after 30 and then in the priority queue, add this 2 now. This is the NQ operation. Now, let us see how to perform the DQ operation. In case of this arrangement, the numbers are already sorted. If you see here, the beauty of this method is while you are inserting, you are checking the priority, you are inserting according to the priority. Insertion takes time. You are moving the elements while you are inserting. Whereas when I want to delete, no need to check for anything. Simply go to the front of the queue. Whichever is available at the front of the queue, that is the element with the highest priority. So delete the element from both the queues. Okay. So now I'll be deleting the element from the item queue and its priority from the priority queue. Next, I am performing one more DQ. In the second DQ, already this is deleted. In the second DQ, I am going to delete this 30 so that 30 and 22 both are deleted from two different arrays. So after that, I will have this as my output. Now, so what is the previous method is? In the previous method, when you want to insert, you have to check priority, you have to move the elements, then you have to create the space, then add the element. But when you want to delete, it's very simple. Just go to the front, remove the element from the front. That's all. Now we will see the second method with an example. This is using unordered array. When you want to implement by using this method, first let me consider the NQ. In case of NQ, first this is my first element. I am adding 10 and 1 in the respective queues. Next, I am getting the second element as 20 and 5. Here, this is unordered. Unordered means I'm not going to sort based upon the priority. Just I'm going to insert them in the order of arrival into the queue. Okay. So when you get the second element, put it after the first element because it is queue. Okay. Queue means first in, first out. Don't put before that. Now I am adding 20 after 10 and 5 is added after 1 in the corresponding priority queue. Now I am going to add 30 and 2. I am not going to check for anything. Simply add it after the previous element. That is after 20, 30 will be added. Then in the priority queue, after 5, 2 will be added. Okay. So order of one time you can perform the operation. Now, again, NQ 40 and 2. Now add 40 after 30, add 2 after this 2 in the corresponding priority queue. So here in NQ operation, you are not performing any sorting or nothing is done. Simply you are adding an element in the corresponding position. So it is performing in order of 1 time complexity. Now let us see how to perform DQ. In case of DQ, you have to remove the element with the highest priority only. But you don't know where the element with highest priority is present. So what you have to do is, you have to search the entire list and you have to get the element with the highest priority and then you have to remove it. So here you have searching in the deletion. There you have searching in the insertion. In this method you have searching in the deletion. So first, I have to see only the priority queue. Don't see the item queue because it is having value only. You have to see the priority queue. I'm seeing the priority queue. The priority of 5 is the highest number in that. So I have to remove this 5 from the queue. And remember, while you are removing, after you remove 5 and 20, you can do one thing. You can shift all the elements which are present after that element to the corresponding position. One position you can shift this 30 and 40, you can shift one position to the left. This is one method. In the another method, what we will do is, whatever we remove, in the priority place, we will add a lowest number like -999. You are giving lowest number here. That means whenever you get -999, you will not process that number. This is one way of implementation. Okay, nobody will restrict you in the implementation. You can either go for this method or the other method what I told. But in this method, the problem is you are wasting this memory. Whereas if you are shifting the elements to the left by one position, you are not going to waste the memory. Okay, that is the advantage. Now here I am assuming that whichever element is having highest priority, I am going to remove it. In that place, I am going to store -999. Next, so this is now having -999. Next, I want to remove one more element. So now, if I remove one more element, I have to remove this. I have to see the queue. The next highest number is 2, but I have two 2s in the queue. So which 2 should be deleted first? That is nothing but whichever is available at the front end, that should be deleted out of these 2. So you search the entire queue and check whichever is having the next highest priority. Okay, now I have to delete this 30 and then 2. So in case of the priority place, I am marking a very low number like -999. Next. So if I want to delete one more element, I'll be deleting this 40. Likewise, you can proceed. Okay, so either you go for the method where you can move the element or this method. When you go to save, when you want to save the memory, go for shifting the elements rather than this particular approach.